So you were off the road.
I was off the road.
Did you purposely drive off the road? People versus Timothy Jeslick.
Alexander, on behalf of people, Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate for Mr. Maslick, who is approaching. State your name for the record, sir.
Timothy Mason.
Maslick, I apologize.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I butchered it.
Thank you, Your Honor. There has been a resolution in this matter. I don't know if the people would prefer to put it on the record, but my client will be pleading he will be pleading guilty to the charge, an added count 2 of operating while visibly impaired second, and the original charge of operating while impaired, while intoxicated second offense would be dismissed. The next correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so he's going to plead to operating while visibly impaired second offense. And the operating while intoxicated second offense will be dismissed.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. All right. May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name.
Timothy Mason.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of operating while visibly impaired second offense. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration or $1,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
I understand.
You understand that the court could order your community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary, could order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services.
I understand.
Understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
I do, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
I understand.
Have you signed an advice of rights form?
Oh, no, Your Honor, but he has one here that he will be happy to sign, I'm sure.
You signed an advice of rights form. Do you have any questions regarding any of those rights?
Not at this time.
Okay. Need you to look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
I understand.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
I understand.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to this charge?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily,
Voluntarily, sir.
of your own free will,
My own free.
and because you're guilty of this offense?
I plead guilty, yes.
Well, you're pleading guilty because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. January 30th, 2024, at the location of US 23 at Ellsworth Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
I was, sir.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume intoxicating liquor?
I did, sir.
What did you have and how much?
I had a Canadian whiskey, at least 2, maybe 3 strong drinks.
All right. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
I had ended up in the median and stopped by police for them to conduct their roadside investigation. No accident involved. My vehicle was the only.
Did they pull you over?
I found myself in the medium. They stopped me before I purchased.
What do you mean you found yourself in the median?
I had driven my vehicle into the median of the highway.
Okay. So you were off the road.
I was off the road.
Did you purposely drive off the road?
I cannot recall to the best of my knowledge at this time. I was pulled over.
If I may board you, Your Honor.
Please.
So when you were driving down US 23 and you ended up in the median, were you in the median because you purposely drove in the median or because your intoxication, there was a one vehicle accident in the median that was your vehicle?
One vehicle accident.
Okay, thank you. And so the police ultimately arrived at the scene.
Yes, sir.
And were you arrested?
I was.
And were you taken to the station?
I was.
Were you given a data master breathalyzer test?
I was, sir.
And what were the results?
I don't have the numbers in front of me.
Anybody?
I believe it was 0.08, Your Honor.
I know a, yes.
Consent blood draw was 0.268.
So he had a blood draw. It was saying, what was were the results?
0.268, Your Honor.
Okay, that's bigger than 0.008. All right. Do you have any, you heard the results, did you, sir, just now?
I did.
Do you have any reason to dispute those results?
No, sir.
Taking everything into consideration on that date and at that time, do you believe that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was visibly impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes, sir.
Had you previously been convicted of operating while visibly impaired on or about January 14th, 2020 in the 21st District Court?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count two. Count one is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Schwartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this case will be June 12th, 2024, 9 a.m. Court does call the case of the people versus David Edmonds.
Ally's on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Edmonds. Mr. Edmonds, can you please state your name for the record?
That's David Edmond.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Edmonds is going to be pleading guilty under a deferred sentence with an agreement to restitution of $48.58. Thank you, Ms. Linville.
Say again.
$48.52.
4852.
58 cents, Your Honor.
Sorry. Those numbers throwing me off.
How much restitution?
Your Honor, it's $48.58.
Thank you.
58 cents. Okay. 4858.
Correct, Your Honor.
Got it. All right. And he's pleading guilty, correct?
Yes, under a deferred agreement.
Correct, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
David Edmond.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, sure.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I mean, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sure.
You signed an advice of rights form today.
Yes, sure.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No, sure.
All right, look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, sure.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sure.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, sure.
of your own free will
Yes, sure.
and because you believe that you're indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes.
Between the dates of September 11th, 2020 and November 23rd, 2020, at the location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue in Pittsfield Township, were you an employee of Walmart?
One. Yes, sir.
What'd you do that makes you think that you're guilty?
Oh, it was a Bluetooth speaker I stole.
I'm sorry?
Bluetooth speaker.
What'd you do with it?
I stole the speaker.
You stole the speaker? All right. And you came into possession of that speaker by virtue of your employment?
I was at Walmart.
All right, but you were employed by Walmart.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you came into possession of that by virtue of your employment there?
Well, it was at Walmart. Yes.
Okay. And You didn't have anybody's permission to take that property, did you?
No.
And that property did belong to Walmart?
Belonged to Walmart.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the plea of guilty to this charge. Sentencing or defendant is referred to probation for pre-sentence investigation and report and consideration of deferred. Sentencing in this matter will be June 12th,
Yes.
2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Court does call the case of the People versus Kobe Fletcher.
Alexander, on behalf of the people. Good morning, this is the public defender representing on behalf of the Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher, can you help me state your name for the record, please?
Kobe Fletcher.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're asking for an adjournment, so we can work out a global if possible.
Adjourn the matter June 5th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Thank you, Mr. Fletcher.
Thank you.
Court recalls the case People versus Stacy Cook.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate for Ms. Cook. Ms. Cook, can you please unmute again and state your name?
Stacy Cook.
She'll be pleading no contest to the charge of retail fraud. Second
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
basis for the no contest plea.
Potential civil liability, Your Honor.
Ma'am, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record again.
Stacy Cook.
Ms. Cook, it is this
Yes.
court's understanding that you're going to plead no contest to the charge of retail fraud in the second degree. That is a
Yes.
misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court costs. The fine could increase at three times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $2,000, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what a no contest plea is?
I believe so, sir.
All right. First thing you need to understand about a no contest plea is it means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest this charge. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court will treat you the same as though you had pled guilty to this charge. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that I'm going to, as a factual basis, I'm going to review the police report in the matter and accept those facts as true in arriving at whether or not you committed this offense.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you have any other questions about a no contest plea?
No, sir.
All right. So to this charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Now you understand that by pleading no contest, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to this charge?
No, sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, sir.
of your own free will.
Yes, sir.
Court has been provided and is reviewing Pittsfield Township Department of Public Safety report for their case number 23-18-544. Any objection to the court reviewing that report?
No, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
Based upon a review of that report, the court does find that there is a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule would be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of no contest to this charge. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be June 12, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond with its conditions will continue. Gulfside Lakes versus Shanice Tripp. Ms. Tripp?
I'm here. I'm trying to get my camera to work.
Okay. You guys got camera. All right, what's the claim in this case? Well, she's trying to do.
Total of $870.05.
So you paid the 800? Oh, no.
Sure.
Yep. Okay, Miss Tripp, can you hear me? I won't have them turn their camera on this one because I got, oh, she dropped.
It's Fisher.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it then. Let me pass that one. Zaria Fisher, Miss Fisher, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, don't try to turn on your camera. We don't know what's going on.
Okay.
We have the cameras go on and everybody drops and then they leave. So, okay, I had 2850 that's owed, 5009 that's owed, 69 that's owed. How are you gonna get that paid, Miss Fisher?
So I did do that interview on Monday and I got the job. I should be getting a check next week. I can pay up to $500 or $600 next week, but I also have an appointment with Hawk. I applied for SER. I still have not heard back from it. I sent the papers over to the court thing that you told me to send it to last week. But yeah,
Okay, yes, I see that. How many people are in your house?
it's just me.
Okay, the problem is that SER is gonna only get you about $410. Okay,
Mhm.
and the major funding through Hawk, it isn't there anymore. There's no money. So I'm trying to figure out how you're gonna get this paid. What's your plan?
Well, I had just started back working, so I'm trying to just work as much as I can to get as much money as I can and pay it off. But like I said, next week I could put a $500 or $600 payment onto that account, and then the 28th is my appointment with Hawk. So if they can't pay it, they probably have resources, but to doing
You'll
the best.
probably have to what?
I said they probably have give me resources if they can't help me, but I'm just doing the best that I can.
Gotcha. So, but your appointment with them isn't until the 28th?
Correct.
Have you talked to the landlord about trying to work something out or no?
We've been talking back and forth. She asked me about the SER, and then we talked about the Hawk appointment, and I just been keeping her updated with it as well.
All right, but you, on your new job, you get paid every 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, your next paycheck, you're gonna get 500 to 600, but your next paycheck after that,
To be
how
a
much
full,
are you getting? Pardon?
I said it should be a full check, so I think around $900 I should be able to pay.
Okay, so you're gonna try to get 1,500 in, but then how much is your monthly rent?
$1079.
Ah, boy. You get paid every week or bi-weekly?
It's biweekly.
Well, I don't know how this is gonna work, because. Have you talked to the landlord about a payment plan?
I have not, but I can. I can call her as soon as I get off the phone with you.
Okay, let's do this. You're gonna pay 600 next week?
I'll say 550 to be on the safe side. If I can do 600, I'll pay 600. But I want to promise you
Okay,
a amount and then it don't get through.
right. No, I hear you. But you have 550 then by what day? What day do you get paid?
I get paid Thursday. I get paid Friday, but my check won't come until that Monday.
Okay. What does that mean?
Because it's a paper check. It's not, I don't get like direct deposit.
So you don't get paid until the 17th, but you won't get a check until Monday.
Correct.
Ah, this isn't gonna work because, yeah, I think that's the only thing we're gonna be able to do here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find no tribal issue. I'm gonna grant them a judgment for possession in the full amount, 285069. But what I will do for you is that instead of the 20th, I'm gonna give you till the 31st to get that paid, or you have to move. So what I'm gonna suggest to you is you keep your appointment with Hawk, let them know the circumstances you're in, see what resources are there. But you also talk to the landlord about getting a payment plan in place to see what they will do to work with you. And I think they'll work with you if you can get the balance, if you got money to pay down this balance. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's the best we're gonna do. So
So if I talk to them and we can do a payment plan, does the judgment still stands, or I'm confused on how
if
that
they can
works?
get a payment plan, they may convert it to there's all kinds of possibilities. If you get a payment plan, they could convert it to a conditional order of dismissal. If you can get everything paid before the end of the month, they may set aside the judgment. You can always talk to them about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Fisher.
Will this be like sent out in the mail so like I still have like the dates and everything what's supposed to be happening?
Pardon?
Would this be like sent out in the mail so I know like what's happening?
Yes, ma'am. It'll be
Okay.
sent out in the mail.
Thank
All
you.
right. Court does call the case of the People versus Kiwi Thomas.
So we're on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Attorney Morgan, on behalf of the people.
Sanat Hamoud appearing on behalf of Ms. Thomas.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate, appearing on behalf of Ms. Thomas, and the case is ending in 0531, 0224, 1569, 0482, 1557, 0737, and 1838.
Them and all the other ones. But I will be putting the plea agreement on the record for everybody.
All right.
Okay. So we do have a resolution. Ms. Thomas is going to be entering a no contest plea to several cases. I understand some of them are scheduled for tomorrow. I'm going to include them in the global resolution for today's recitation so that Ms. Thomas can confirm that that's her understanding of the global resolution as well. But we will only be entering pleas in the misdemeanor cases. And so as to case 2410153 SM retail fraud, second degree, Ms. Thomas will be pleading no contest, and all parties stipulate to the use of Pittsfield Township Police Report 230018138 for that basis of that plea, and that's been provided to the court. Case number 231-0224 SM retail fraud second, also no contest plea. All parties stipulate to the use of Pittsfield Township Police Report number 220010506. Also provided to the court. Case 2310996 SM retail fraud second. Ms. Thomas will plead no contest. Reason for that, please. Pittsfield Township Police Report number 230006563. All parties stipulate to the use of that report. Case number 2311569 OM possession of paraphernalia. Ms. Thomas will plead no contest. Basis for that is in Pittsfield Township Police Report 230016910, also provided to the court. Case number 2410482 SM retail fraud second, plea no contest, Pittsfield Township Police Report 240038440. The case is ending in 0651 0737 1276 1750 1186 1557 and 1838 will all be dismissed. As to the felonies,
Which ones were those? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I would
No.
agree. As to the felony scheduled for probable cause conference, as a part of the agreement in all of these matters, the prosecutor has agreed that upon a successful plea to an added count of use in cases ending in 048, well, I'll read the whole case, 24F20489, 23F11140, 24F10403, all FY. The charge of possession will be dismissed upon a plea to added count use in all three cases. And I believe that's been explained to Ms. Thomas in detail, and that is how we would like to proceed today in the misdemeanor matters before the court on today's docket.
Okay. So the felony cases are up tomorrow.
Correct.
Who's representing her on the felonies?
I'm on one and Miss
You guys will be back.
Miss Apple's on the other two, but she's gone. Who's covering for her?
It might delay things just a slight bit. I've reviewed the reports on the misdemeanor cases. Since everybody's here, did you want me just, because we have the files, don't we, for tomorrow, or no?
Yeah, no.
Did you want to just write those up and do them now?
Yes.
Whoa. They just nodded like little bobbleheads in a window in a car. Is that what, I mean, I can,
That would be phenomenal. I just didn't know.
I am phenomenal, thank you. But I'm just saying, I will grab those because they're coming up tomorrow. We can
Yeah.
take her back, let them do the forms, and then I'll just take care of everything for her today.
That's awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I was called awesome.
I'm sure you can imagine
By Miss Hamoud.
how many emails were exchanged with how many different people to get everybody on the same page for all these things. So to get it done today would be great.
Then I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you.
Then what I'll do is you're not gonna say this all again on the record.
No.
Oh,
I can
okay,
say-
so.
I can hear,
as long as
awesome.
You're not gonna do
No,
that,
no, no.
that number thing again, and then I'll do that. Why don't we get,
I requested them from.
okay, so they're gonna come down, you guys write up the form, we'll just take care of everything today.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Hold on to them
Thank you.
because there's
Yeah.
so many. Okay.
And court calls the case, People versus London Gooden.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate for Ms. Gooden, who is present via Zoom. Ms. Gooden, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
London Gooden.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did receive an offer last night from the people, and I do need some, respectfully would request an adjournment for some time to discuss that with my client.
And Your Honor, the offer was to plead to an added count to a failure to report. Oh, one. Sorry, it's just a 1-for-1, Your Honor.
Okay.
That was incorrect, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe that, Ms. Zendo was correct. Yeah, everything that I received last night.
You guys are done?
Yes, I believe it
What
was
was the offer?
So, Your Honor, I believe the offer was to plead to an added count to a failure to report a $1,000 accident. That was the offer.
Got it. Turn this to June 5th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Prosecuting attorney Morgan Rose.
Yeah, go ahead.
I always have to chime in. That would be an added count 3, not an added count 2, because I do.
I think she said 3. She said 3. Zenda did, just be seated. She did fine. What? I mean, really? June 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Gooden. I'll be giving you a
Thank you.
call
Ms.
to
Good.
discuss
That
the
took
offer.
A lot longer than it needed. Court calls the case, People versus Soren Knudsen.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joseph Wagner, on behalf of Mr. Knudsen, who's present.
Good morning, Mr. Wagner. Long time no see. Hope
Good
you're
morning,
doing
Your
well.
Honor. Good to be here. Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to discuss this matter with the prosecutor's office, and I believe that we have two matters set before the court this morning. One of them is a pretrial, which I will allow the prosecutor to put our agreement on the record that we've agreed to adjourn the pretrial.
All right.
The issue today is involves the release, the bond hearing, and we'd ask that Your Honor modify the no bond requirement. He's been in incarceration now for 2 weeks. This is a first offense. He did fail to attend a drugs drop at the community correction. We would ask that Your Honor modify the order of no bond and allow him to be released with conditions set by the court. I believe my client has learned a valuable lesson about compliance with court orders, and that he will follow any direction given or ordered by the court.
Response from the people.
The offer was to adjourn for 2 weeks without a bond violation to earn operating while visibly impaired, and the people would have no objection to the defendant being released as long as he immediately reports to community corrections upon his release to start getting on track.
I believe that's a correct statement, Your Honor.
His original bond was a PR. It was a PR.
Yeah.
With conditions. So, young man, if I release you today, you understand that you need to go to community corrections and start testing?
Yes.
You're not gonna mess it up this time.
No, sir.
I'll adjourn the pretrial in this matter to June 5th, 2024. 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Defendant's bond is reinstated at a personal recognizance, $5,000 bond, and all previous conditions are in place.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court recalls the case People versus Latasha Lee.
Alexander, on behalf of the people. Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Laura Perry on behalf of Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, can you state your name for the record again?
Latasha Lee.
I did, Your Honor, and we are ready.
All right, let's go back on the record with Ms.
Okay, Ms. Lee, can you turn the other one down?
Counsel, what's your client want to do?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. There we go. Just turn it down for just a second. Okay, you there?
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
My client has a valid international license.
Ms. Lee, can you hear me?
To English and to see, to have matter just placed on the basis of valid documents.
I can't hear you now.
Mi cliente tiene una licencia internacional que está en inglés y es válida, por lo tanto, pedimos
Miss Lee, can you hear us? Maybe she turned down the
wrong one.
The wrong one. Yeah.
Hey, I can hear you guys now.
Can? Ms. Lee?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Lee, can you hear me? I'm Judge Simpson.
Yes,
I don't know who you can
yes,
hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, her license. Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. Her license is valid.
Yay.
Thank you.
People would be happy to dismiss this case.
No objection.
All right, case is dismissed. Take care, Ms. Lee. Have fun in the other
Thank
court.
you, guys.
All right. Court closed the case of the People versus Jason Allen. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cases.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Allen. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Jason Allen.
Your Honor, I would like to apologize to the court and Mr. Allen. We did not meet with him they were added and I don't think we were notified due to a clerical issue. I believe Miss Wheeling told me that he is in custody on a felony case, so I'd asked to adjourn these so we can get in touch with him and
And
discuss.
deal with
all of
these
his
and,
cases.
okay. No objection from the people.
No, Your Honor.
No.
All right, these matters. When's his felony up? Is it a PCC before me or?
Oh, okay. It's scheduled for tomorrow.
I'm checking.
Oh, okay. Do you know if we're scheduled for court tomorrow?
I don't know.
Just
I know I have something to say.
Be set for the 23rd, so not tomorrow, but the following week. All right, then what I'll do is I'll adjourn these to June 5th
Thank you, Your Honor.
at 9 a.m. All right, sir? All right, thank you. Bond will continue. Court calls the case of the people versus Kelly Claybach. Kalmbach.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Yeah, what?
Good morning.
Yeah, I don't believe Ms. Kalmbach is here. Let's see here on Zoom.
Unless I see you on Zoom.
I do not have an explanation for her like to appear, Your Honor. I would ask for an adjournment.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear on both of these matters. Bond in each case will be set in the amount of 5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege, those warrants. Because the previous warrants will issue immediately. Court does call the case of the people versus Robert Jones.
Under the source of the township.
Public Natalie Pate for Mr. Jones, who is approaching. Please say your name for the record, sir.
Robert Joseph Jones, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. In this matter, we are respectfully requesting a 2-week adjournment so that Mr. Jones can get an alcohol assessment done in order to take advantage of a potential offer made by the people.
During the matter, my next date's June 5th,
Thank you, Your Honor.
2024, 9 a.m. Continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's call the case of the people versus Asia Kearney.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate for Ms. Kearney, who is approaching.
Hello, what's your name?
Asia Kearney.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I was able to make contact with Ms. Kearney, and she's here today. We are respectfully requesting a first adjournment of the pretrial so we can further review discovery together.
During this matter, June 5th,
Thank you, Your Honor.
2024, 9 a.m.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Lambert. Please state your name.
Vincent Lambert.
So, Your Honor, Mr. Lambert has a couple of felony cases. We think
know.
that he's, yes, we think that he'll be going to treatment on those felony cases, and that would help us resolve this case. So we're asking for, if the court's amenable, a longer adjournment so he can resolve those felonies and hopefully resolve this case as well.
Okay, so you're saying June 5th won't be enough time to accomplish that? You need to,
Later would be better.
Yeah, my next court date is June 6th, so.
for your felony cases?
Yeah, for getting them bonded over to circuit court.
That's before me
Yes.
on June
Yeah, Your
6th.
Honor, he has 2 PCCs on June 6th.
Three. There's 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's still serving a sentence. But he's learned something from it, haven't you?
Yes, I have, sir.
Yeah. What's my date after June 5th? I don't have anything before that. Okay, so just because I'm just trying to be clear, you're trying to get those waived over,
First, yeah.
get into treatment through those cases up at circuit.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so that this adjournment won't be so bad. What date? June
26th at 9 a.m.
June 26, 2024 at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
All right. Court calls the case people versus Yashir Ferris.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Ferris, who is approaching. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Yasser Paris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did receive an offer in this matter from the people last night, and I just respectfully requesting a brief adjournment to further discuss that with Mr. Ferris.
Okay.
Your Honor, the offer was to be discharged under a prosecutor's order.
Got it. Turn the matter to June 5th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue with its conditions. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Court calls case People versus Vincent Lambert.
Solar on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
It looked really good. Taste-wise, it is also very good.
থ্যাংক ইউ
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম এন্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি। আমি মৌসুমি।
মৌসুমি কি বানিয়েছেন?
এটা হচ্ছে চকো ক্যারামেল চিজ কেক ব্লসম।
Looks beautiful. I think আজকের দেখা one of the best presentation.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন আপনি?
আমার ছোটখাটো একটা বিজনেস আছে ফুড নিয়ে, পাশাপাশি আমি ট্রেনার হিসেবে রাজশাহী মহিলা টিটিসিতে আছি। আমি মাস্টার্স কমপ্লিট করেছি হোম ইকোনমিক্স থেকে, আর এছাড়াও আমি হোটেল ম্যানেজমেন্টে ডিপ্লোমা করেছি, আর এখন করছি হলো কুলিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা। এছাড়াও আমি কিছু লেভেল কমপ্লিট করেছি যেটা কুকিং এবং বেকিংয়ের উপরে।
সো আপনি রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার?
জি।
সো রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার হিসেবে ইউ হোল্ড আ ভেরি হাই পজিশন ইন দ্য সোসাইটি, রাইট? সো ওই পজিশন থেকে এসে এরকম একটা প্ল্যাটফর্মে দাঁড়িয়ে নিজের খানাকে প্রুভ করা, দ্যাট টেকস আ লট অফ গাটস। অল ইউর স্টুডেন্টস আর ওয়াচিং, যারা আপনাকে চিনে তারা দেখছে।
জি।
অ্যান্ড এটা তো অ্যাবাউট নাও তো 50-50, ইট ক্যান গো এনি ডিরেকশনে। ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন নিয়ে আমি বলেছি, ইট লুকড রিয়েলি গুড। টেস্ট ওয়াইজ ইট ইজ অলসো ভেরি গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এভরি লেয়ার, ডিফারেন্ট এলিমেন্টস অফ ইট ভালো লেগেছে।
জি।
নিচের সসটা ভালো লেগেছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমাদের যদি সিলেক্ট হয়ে যান তাহলে কিন্তু একটা লম্বা সময় থাকতে হবে, মানে এত কিছু বাদ দিয়ে ওইটুকু কি করা সম্ভব?
সম্ভব, কারণ আমার বাচ্চারা খুব করে চায়, এটা তো আমার ভালো লাগার একটা জায়গা যে আমিও চাচ্ছি এখানে যেতে। সঙ্গে আমার বাচ্চাদের খুব ইচ্ছা যে তার মাকে এই পজিশনে দেখা যাক, তো আমি হয়তোবা জবও ছেড়ে দিতে পারি এখানে যাওয়ার জন্য।
মৌসুমি, আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিব, ঠিক আছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আসুন।
ইয়েস, পেয়ে গেছি আমার কাঙ্ক্ষিত কার্ডটি। যদি আমি অ্যাপিরনটি পেয়ে যাই তো আমি যেখানে জব করি তাদেরকে আমি জানাবো আমি ছুটি চাই 2 মাসের জন্য। যদি তারা মানে রাজি হয় তাহলে ওকে, আর যদি না রাজি হয় তো আমার স্বপ্ন পূরণের জন্য আমি জবটা ছেড়ে দেব, তাও আমি যেতে চাই ঢাকা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আমার নাম তাসনিয়া আলী।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
আমি বানিয়েছি বিফ লাজানিয়া।
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম এন্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
সো এটা পারফেক্ট আছে?
আই হোপ সো।
ইটালিয়ান আইটেমে কোন উপাদানটা ছাড়া কখনো ইটালিয়ান ডিশ হয় না?
টমেটো আর মজরেলা, ওদের প্রত্যেকটা আইটেমে কাইন্ড অফ এই দুইটা জিনিস কনসিস্টেন্ট থাকে।
অরিগানো অলসো।
অরিগানো অলসো, ইয়েস।
এখানে মজরেলা আসছে?
জি, হোমমেড মজরেলা যেটা আমি নিজে বানিয়েছি।
হোমমেড?
জি।
I am very impressed যে you make your own mozzarella.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আর কি কি ইটালিয়ান ডিশ তুমি ভালো তৈরি করতে পারো?
স্প্যাগেটি উইথ মিটবলস, এটা ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি বানাই। আরেকটা হচ্ছে তিরামিসু।
বাংলা খাবার বানাতে পারো?
জি পারি।
5 ফোড়নে যে ব্যবহার করা হয়, 5 ফোড়ন নাম শুনেছো?
জি।
5টা মশলার নাম বলো তো।
মেথি, মৌরি, কালিজিরা, জিরা, নর্মাল জিরা অ্যান্ড না সরি লাস্টটা মনে পড়তে
রাঁধুনি থাকে ওর মধ্যে।
ও হ্যাঁ, সর্ষে
রাঁধুনিও থাকে, রাঁধুনি থাকে। মনে করেন আপনি সেরা রাঁধুনি হয়ে গেলেন,
জি,
15 লক্ষ টাকাও পেলেন,
জি,
দেন করবেন কি?
আই থিঙ্ক কুলিনারি আর্টসে একটা ডিগ্রি পারসিউ করব ফার্স্ট অফ অল, অ্যান্ড বেকিংয়ে আমার আরও বেশি অনেক কিছু যে অনেক টাইপের আইটেমস আছে, সো ওগুলো আমি হচ্ছে আমার প্রফেশনালি শেখার ইচ্ছা আছে, তো আমি মোস্ট প্রবাবলি স্কিল বিল্ডিংয়ে ইনভেস্ট করব সবার ফার্স্ট।
So for now, we'll give you a waiting card. ঠিক আছে?
sẽ tô đến cái phần quyển sổ là kiểu quyển sổ bệnh án ấy, mình sẽ tô đến cái màu xanh này. Đem đê xuống cho nó giọt vào mồm ấy thôi. Đê. Cho tầm 3 giọt nhé. Hả?
আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না, দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না।
আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন।
জি।
হ্যালো শেফ, হ্যালো ম্যাম, হ্যালো ম্যাম।
হ্যালো।
এটা হলো আমি করেছি কোয়েল বেগুনের কালাই টাক। আমার আঞ্চলিকতাকেই আমি ফিউশন হিসেবে এখানে তুলে ধরেছি। আর পাশে ডেজার্ট হিসেবে রেখেছি জাম্বুরা খোসার মালাই চাপিটা।
ইন্টারেস্টিং। এটা প্লেট করা কোথা থেকে শিখলেন?
আমি কমপ্লিট করার পরে যখন ঢাকাতে চাকরির প্রিপারেশনের জন্য যাই, তখন ওখান থেকে 3 মাসের একটা কোর্স করেছিলাম। ওখানে আপনার ডেকোরেশন, প্লেটিং অনেক কিছু শিখাইছিল। ছোটোখাটো কিছু ওখান থেকে শেখা হয়েছে। আর ইউটিউব, সুপার শেফ, মাস্টার শেফ, কানাডিয়ান, অস্ট্রেলিয়ান এইসব দেখেই শিখেছি। আর আপনার ফুড নিয়ে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করতে ভালোবাসি। খাদ্যের অবশিষ্ট অংশ ফেলে দিয়ে আমরা অনেক সময় নষ্ট করি, যাতে ওইগুলো আমরা ফুড হিসেবে আবার প্লেটিং করতে পারি, সেই হিসাবে এটা আমার করা। জাম্বুরার
সেরা রাঁধুনিতে কি ফার্স্ট টাইম?
না, এবার দিয়ে আমার সেকেন্ড টাইম।
আচ্ছা।
এর আগের বার আমি এসেছিলাম আপনার ওই টিভি ছিল।
আপনি কিচেনে কাজ করেন না কেন?
জি, জি।
হোটেল বা রেস্টুরেন্টে কাজ করেন না?
আমি আপনার 17-18 মাস মতন কাজ করেছিলাম পাবনা রূপপুর পারমাণবিকের পাশে, মানে অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট হিসেবে ঢুকেছিলাম। পরে শেফ চলে যাওয়ার কারণে পুরো আমি হ্যান্ডেল করতাম ওইটা।
কিচেন লাইনে কাজ করতে চান?
অফকোর্স, এই জন্যই এখনো এর পিছনেই ছুটছে।
আপনার আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুড আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুডের টেস্ট অনেক ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আপনার খুব ভালো চেষ্টা ছিল, আর আমরা নতুন রেসিপি দেখলাম।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
তো আমার মনে হলো আপনাকে আমরা একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেই। আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাঁধুনি।
আমি নিয়ে এসেছি প্লেন রাইস, সর্ষে ইলিশ, আর হচ্ছে একটা ডাউল রান্না, বাড়িতে নর্মালি যেটা রান্না হয় আর কি, আর হচ্ছে 3 পদের ভর্তা। এতটুকু তো এনাফ না সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার জন্য।
কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
এটা স্যার ফ্রাইড চিকেন আর ফ্রাইড রাইস।
বাসায় রান্না করেন?
জি জি।
কি ধরনের রান্না?
নর্মাল রান্নাগুলো আম্মু করে, আর একটু মানে অন্যরকম রান্নাগুলো আমি করেছি।
আম্মু তো সেরা রাজনীতি রান্না করে দিয়ে আসে।
না না, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারি, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারবো।
একটু স্কিলটা বাড়াতে হবে। হ্যাঁ,
জি, আমি নিয়ে আসছি অ্যারাবিয়ান চিকেন খাফসা।
এখানে স্টার অনিস ব্যবহার করেছো? স্টার অনিস অনেক বেশি স্ট্রং ফ্লেভার আছে।
খাপসা নিয়ে এসেছি, এটা খাপসা হয়নি,
আবার আসবে।
চিকেন ললিপপ, সাথে একটু সুইটের জন্য চকলেট কেক নিয়ে এসেছি।
ললিপপের সাথে রাইস যায় না।
চিকেন ললিপপ ইজ আ স্টার্টার।
এই জিনিসগুলো অবশ্যই মাথায় রাখতে হবে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
শামিন, কি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
আমি এটা কাঁচা পেঁপের লাড্ডু বানিয়েছি।
শামিন, এটা আপনার নিজের রেসিপি?
জি।
ইটস রিয়েলি গুড। আমি খাওয়া স্টপ করতে পারছি না। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না।
আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন।
জি।
ফারজান আক্তার মিম,
জি।
কি বানিয়েছো?
পায়েস।
এত বড় প্লেটে কেন?
আসলে ডেকোরেশনের জন্য একটু বড়ই নিয়েছিলাম।
ডেকোরেশনের জন্য তো ভালো লাগছে না।
পায়েস সাধারণত এভাবে সার্ভ হয় না।
আপনার নাম বলবেন আর কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন সেটা?
আমার নাম মোহাম্মদ শাফিউল আলম, ডিশের নাম লিয়ার হ্যাভেন টিট।
এটা হ্যাভেন কোন দিক থেকে হলো?
একটা স্মুথি ভাব আসে এই জন্যে।
যে একটা বাইট দিলাম আর একদম উড়ে হ্যাভেন। আমি খেয়ে যেটা দেখলাম কেকটা খুবই ড্রাই। সরি টু সে আমি যেতে পারি নাই হ্যাভেন।
অডিশন রাউন্ডে বিচারকদের কাছে প্রতিযোগীদের রেসিপির পাশাপাশি ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন, কুকিং স্কিল, নলেজ, সেলফ কনফিডেন্স সহ বিভিন্ন বিষয়ে পরীক্ষার সম্মুখীন হতে হয়। সেই পরীক্ষায় অনেকেই বিচারকদের প্রত্যাশা পূরণ করতে পারেননি, তাই সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার স্বপ্ন তাদের এখানেই থেমে যায়।
অয়েল ফ্রি আলু পনির। এটা
পনিরটা কিভাবে বানিয়েছে?
পনিরটা এটা কেনা পনির।
তাহলে তা আলুও বাজার থেকে কেনা। তাহলে আপনার কি?
আমার রান্না রেসিপি আমার।
আমার নাম নাসরিন আক্তার মিম। আমি আজকে করেছি ভ্যানিলা কেক, সাথে আমি করেছি হাঁসের মাংস।
কেকের সাথে হাঁসের মাংস।
কেকটা এখানে কেন, মানে টপ থেকে এডিবল?
নো,
সো এটা এডিবল না। এন্ড দেন হোয়াই ডিড ইউ পুট?
এটাও এডিবল না, এটা হচ্ছে প্রপার। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না। দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে,
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Mình đã xong con nhím với cái màu nâu này nhé. Phần những lá mình sẽ tô bằng màu xanh. Những trồng cây mình cũng tô bằng màu xanh nha. Đây nữa nè. Đây là các phần cái cây nhỏ ở dưới của cái tán lá cây to nhá. Những cây cỏ nhỏ ở dưới á. Phần gốc cây mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu nâu nè. Thân cây. Đây là cái màu nâu nha. Phần thân cây mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu nâu nha. Một gốc cây cổ thụ rất là to. Với tán lá này mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu xanh lá này nhá.
আমি আছি বগুড়ায়, আর বগুড়ার সব সেরা রাঁধুনিরা তাদের হাতের খাবার নিয়ে চলে এসেছেন। কেমন করছেন তারা, চলুন দেখা যাক। দর্শক, অসংখ্য প্রতিযোগীর মধ্য থেকে প্রাথমিকভাবে বাছাইকৃত প্রতিযোগীরা আজ হাজির হয়েছে বগুড়াতে। প্রত্যেকের স্বপ্ন একটাই, হতে চায় সেরা রাঁধুনি, এবং একটু পরেই তারা মুখোমুখি হবে বিচারকদের। তারা কি ভাবছেন, মনের মধ্যে কিরকম দুশ্চিন্তা হচ্ছে, কে কি রেসিপি নিয়ে এসেছেন এবং তাদের জন্য কতটা সহজ হবে ঢাকায় যাওয়ার টিকিট পাওয়া, কথা বলবো প্রতিযোগীদের সাথে। দেখি তারা কি ভাবছেন। কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি, আপনি ভালো আছেন?
আপনার রেসিপি কি?
আমার রেসিপিটা হচ্ছে ক্যারামেল অরেঞ্জ ইয়োগার্ট।
ওকে, এটার মূল ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস কি?
এটার মূল ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্ট হচ্ছে দই, বগুড়ার বিখ্যাত দই। আমি সেটা দিয়ে ফিউশন করা ট্রাই করেছি।
আপনি এর আগেও অংশ নিয়েছিলেন, সম্ভবত 1427 এবং গ্র্যান্ড অডিশন থেকে বাদ পড়েছিলেন, রাইট?
রাইট।
এবারের রেসিপি কি?
এবারের রেসিপি হচ্ছে আমার চকলেট মোকা স্ট্রবেরি চিজ কেক। অল আর মাই সিক্রেট রেসিপি, সো আই এম ভেরি এক্সাইটেড।
কুমু, কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি, আপনি কেমন আছেন?
খুব ভালো। এর আগে 1427 লাকি 7 থেকে বাদ পড়েছিলেন, এবার কি মনে হচ্ছে?
প্রথমবারের যে অভিজ্ঞতা, বর্তমানে আমি তারপর আরো 2 বছর সময় নিয়েছি, শিখেছি, তো নিজেকে এবারে তৈরি করে এনেছি। ইনশাল্লাহ ভালো কিছু একটা হবে।
আপনার রেসিপির মূল বৈশিষ্ট্য কি?
আমার রেসিপির মূল বৈশিষ্ট্য হচ্ছে গ্রাম্য নিয়ে এসেছি, মানে আমার গ্রামের যে জিনিসপত্র সে প্রেজেন্ট করবো।
একসঙ্গে কতজনের রান্না করতে পারবেন?
আমি যদি বলি, এখন আমাদের বাসায় যত গেস্ট আসে আপ টু 20।
একটু কি ভয় লাগছে?
হ্যাঁ, একটু ভয় কাজ করছে, কারণ ফার্স্ট টাইম কোনো রিয়েলিটি শোতে আসছি।
তারপর আপনার জন্য শুভকামনা রইল।
সো মাচ।
দর্শক, ভয় তো লাগবেই, এবং এই ভয়কে জয় করাই হচ্ছে যে কোনো প্রতিযোগীর কাজ। সেরা রাঁধুনি কিন্তু একটা লম্বা প্রতিযোগিতা, এবং এই রেসে টিকে থাকার জন্য আপনাকে অবশ্যই অন্যদের চাইতে বেটার রেসিপি দিতে হবে, এবং সেই রেসিপির মধ্য দিয়ে কিন্তু যারা আমাদের বিচারক রয়েছেন তাদের মন জয় করতে হবে। সো দেখা যাক কি হয়, আমাদের সঙ্গেই থাকুন। দর্শক, আমাদের মাঝে বিচারকেরা চলে এসেছেন। একটু পরেই শুরু হবে ফুড টেস্টিং এবং সেই সাথে জাজমেন্ট। আমি এবার কথা বলবো আমাদের বিচারকদের সাথে, দেখি তারা কি ভাবছেন। ওয়েলকাম টু বগুড়া অডিশন। কি খবর?
ভালো, তুমি কেমন আছো?
আমি খুব ভালো আছি, এবং আমি ভুল না করলে এবার দিয়ে বোধহয় 5ম বারের মতো আপনি আসলে বিচারকের দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন। বগুড়ার প্রতিযোগী, সর্বোপরি এবারের প্রতিযোগীদের নিয়ে আপনার কি বলার আছে?
প্রত্যাশা তো অনেক বেশি, কারণ বগুড়া সবসময় সব সিজনেই অনেক ভালো ভালো পার্টিসিপেন্টস আমরা পেয়ে থাকি সেরা রাঁধুনিতে। তো এবারেও আমি আশা করছি যে অ্যাটলিস্ট টপ 5 পর্যন্ত যেন যেতে পারে, এরকম পার্টিসিপেন্টস আমরা এখান থেকে নিয়ে যেতে পারি, এটাই আমাদের প্রত্যাশা।
শেফ নাইম আশরাফ দ্বিতীয়বারের মতো সেরা রাঁধুনির অডিশনের দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন বিচারকের। কেমন লাগছে বা কি মনে করছেন এবারের এই আয়োজন নিয়ে?
সেরা রাঁধুনি গত সিজনে আমরা রংপুর দিয়ে শুরু করেছিলাম, সো এবার বগুড়াতে নতুন পার্টিসিপেন্টসদের খাওয়া ট্রাই করার জন্য ভেরি এক্সাইটেড। রেসিপি সিলেকশনে আমি সবগুলো রেসিপি দেখেছি, সিলেক্ট করেছি, সো ওগুলো খাওয়ার জন্য এবার এখানে আসা। আশা করি অনেক ভালো পার্টিসিপেন্টস বগুড়া থেকে পাবো।
অনেক অনেক ভালোবাসা। আমার মনে হয় আমি আর সময় নষ্ট না করি, আপনারা ভেতরে চলে যান।
তোমাকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ।
থ্যাংক ইউ। দর্শক, আমাদের প্রধান 2 বিচারককে তো পেয়ে গেছি, কিন্তু বগুড়াতে রয়েছেন আমাদের আরও একজন অতিথি বিচারক। তিনি ঠিক কোথায় আমি এখনো জানি না, তাকে খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না। তিনি এলেই কিন্তু শুরু হয়ে যাবে আমাদের মূল অডিশন রাউন্ড।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাধুনী
Mình đã tô xong quả dứa với cái màu cam nha. Phần lá là màu xanh nè. Còn phần chùm nho này, đây là một chùm nho chín nha. Mình đã xong cái màu cam này rồi. Mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu tím nha. Màu tím nha. Đây là cái màu tím nè. Mình sẽ xếp lại cái màu của mình vào cái hộp màu này. Để cho nó đỡ chặt nha. Với những quả nho màu tím nhá, mình sẽ tô Một chùm nho rất là nhiều quả nho nhỏ nha. Mình đang tô phần chùm nho với cái màu tím nhé. Một cái giỏ hoa quả gồm 4 loại quả là quả xoài, quả táo, quả cam và quả nho. Mình đang tô phần quả nho nha.